attended an invitational event recently, and since all the attendees were in and around the industry that I've curated for the past 25 years, I had a pretty good idea of everybody in the room. What I found interesting was the least experienced and least successful were the ones who talked the most. Those were the people who beat their chest the loudest. You know the type, the ones that suck the oxygen right out of the room by going on and on about what they've accomplished and who they know and what they're doing and how great they are. The problem is I knew these people and knew the reality of their situation. Some were moderately successful at best. Several, in fact, knew that they were on the verge of bankruptcy or probably not going to make payroll at the end of the month. At the same time, the ones that I knew to be massively successful were the ones who talked the least. When they did talk, it was usually to ask a question. They downplayed their success, if it was mentioned at all. And they regularly pointed out their weaknesses. And they were the ones taking the most notes. I found this dichotomy, well, not to be a coincidence. This was really a microcosm of what we see online every day. It is usually the least to minimally successful people that we see beating their chest the hardest on social media. Those truly successful in a significant manner, not so much. If they do have a social presence at all, it's usually institutional, and it is only focused on the content to help the follower and highlight others. There is not a significantly successful person that I know who shares where they're going or what they're doing or who they are with on social media, unless that person is in the business of selling their social media influence, which, of course, then you should be particularly leery. What is the lesson here today? Don't be a pretender. We see right through it. The more you talk about yourself, your success, and your great life, the more we know it's BS. It just makes you look weak and needy. Social media is like watching a playground with a gang of 4-year-olds screaming at their mom or their parent, "Look at me, look at me, look at me." When you become an adult, you start saying instead, "Please, stop looking at me." Once you are actually successful, you won't feel compelled to project, promote, or fake it any longer. If you want to emulate the truly successful and not the fakers, pretenders, and blowhards that you see on your Facebook or Instagram feed, talk less and learn more, both online and offline.